Hey guys, it's Lexi, and welcome to a Sims Forecast video. So this is going to be me trying out Maxis Match in preparation for cottage living. So for those of you who don't know, I use a lot of Alpha CC, and by a lot I mean I have roughly 14,231 files in my mods folder. And that's not counting the ones that I left in when I took everything out. And so you can imagine that when my game runs, it don't always run great. Every time the game updates, it poses a problem. Especially when I have LPs that I don't want to necessarily take a bunch of stuff out of. So I can either try to run it without things being updated, or I can not play until they are updated. Sometimes it takes my game 20 to 30 minutes to load, 15 to 30 minutes. It depends. Depends on the day of the week. But it can take my game quite a long time to load. To the point where sometimes if I don't want to play when I get off work, I will start loading the game before I go to work. And then when I get home, I know it'll be long loaded, but I won't have to sit there and spend 15 to 30 minutes waiting for my game to load after I get off work at 9 o'clock at night. So right now, with a few mods I left in, a few script mods, I currently have 1,990. That's roughly 12,000 less than I usually have in there. My game loaded so fast. I didn't know what to do with myself. And I can always tell when the game updates and I don't realize it, because my game will like load. It's to me, it seems instantaneously compared to what it normally loads. Because it can take that long. So I wanted to kind of stick to like cottagecore, I guess, kind of a vibe. I wanted the stuff to feel like it fit in with Henford on Bagley, is that what it's called? There is still a few things I'd like. I think that her, the eyeliner I have is still a little too harsh for the look I'm going. I'd like something that like just her nose and her cheeks are rosy. And I want some lipstick that just kind of looks like she put a little like, maybe a little chapstick on or something. Maybe just a touch of color, but like that right there. Like if I would have just used that and not put anything on there, that probably would have been perfect. But with that being said, I like the fact that the hairs I'm using, one, matches the game, and two, matches the color in the game. So like almost everything has the color that I'm using, so I won't have any trouble trying to match the colors to what her hair color is supposed to be. So I'm very happy with how she turned out. I don't know if she's going to be the one to use, because I have another one I started with earlier, then I had to shut my game down to go do something, and I know I wanted a few more things, and I think I like the look of that Slim slightly better. I think she just has a little more character to her, where her face shape, I think she's beautiful, but she kind of gives me Barbie vibes, and I don't really get the feeling like she'd be like having her hands in the dirt, and, you know, milking cows and cleaning up chicken poop. I don't get that vibe from looking at her. I just feel like I don't know what it is about her, but she gives me a very like girly, feminine vibe to her. Whereas the other one I created, I feel like she gives me more of a farm girl, get her hands in the dirt. I don't know, just something about the way they look. I just get like two distinct different personalities from her. They're both very, I feel, soft looking. I just feel like she's more like, I could see her as a writer or maybe a painter. But I just don't see her as farming and working with, I don't know what it is about it. I just see her like maybe her and like her cat like living in a little cottage somewhere so she could write. But or paint, but I don't get her, in my mind, I just can't, her personality, just don't seem like she could have chickens and cows and a garden, and I just don't get that vibe from her. So I'll probably use the other one, but she did turn out very, very cute, and I do think you will see her at some point. Maybe the heir can marry her. Because I think I'm kind of gonna start out with one challenge, and it may, if I complete everything like I want to, it may end up being leading into another challenge, or it may be the base to lead into the next challenge. I don't know how I'm gonna work it out, but I definitely think I'm gonna stick to this game save being Maxis match. And Maxis, and not a whole lot of it. I might add a few things here or there to fit different Sims personalities, but for the most part, I think I'm kind of happy with what I have for this game save. And I took out a lot of stuff too. I'm going to go over there in a minute, but I took out a lot of stuff. But I wasn't sure I could play Maxis Match, and I don't think I could completely switch over to Maxis Match. But just how the game loaded, it could win me over just because of that, just because it loaded so smoothly. There are a few mods I think I want to put back in the game now that I think about it, but I am taking out a lot of stuff that I don't want any story progression. So if I can't turn that off in MCC Command Center, I'm probably going to have to get rid of MCC Command Center. I'm going to have to go through all the settings. But there's a lot you can do with MCC Command Center, and I'd like to keep it. With that being said, I'm going to quickly go over what mods I'm using. And if you guys would like to know the full list of what I normally use, let me know. And I will do another video like this where I create a sim and talk about the mods that I use. And if you don't want to hear about my mods, feel free to mute me and play your favorite song over this. But if for those of you who are sticking around, here's the mods that we are using very quickly because I'm running out of time. And I don't have it loaded. Okay, so the mods I currently have in there, which are mods that I normally would use, are... I'll put it over here so I can watch that too. They are the CNZ Rosa TS4 No EA Lashes version 6, which basically those harsh, blocky EA lashes, it gets rid of those. I also kept in the Kajiko 3D lashes, both the accessory version and the skin detail version. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. But if you like those lashes, make sure you have both in your game, because if you want glasses, you can use the accessories. But if you want to use like nails and stuff like that, you have to use this. No, you have to use the skin details if you want glasses, and the accessories if you want like fingernails and stuff, because the skin details will the nails will mess with the skin details. I also have MCC Command Center. That I want that to stay, but if I can't turn off the story progression and then moving around and doing their own thing, that's probably going to come out. The one I will not remove is Better Build By. That one makes the build by menu a lot easier to use. You can turn on and off the debug menu without having a cheat. You can hide the Maxis objects. Your CC objects will not show up unless you click on a button saying that you want them to show up. You can the live edit objects will show up if you click on a button saying you want them to show up. You can make the build by menu bigger. There's just it makes it a lot easier to use it. So if you are a builder, I highly suggest that if you play on PC. The other one I use is the UI cheats. That one is really helpful, especially if you do LPs. You can add funds to them as long as you know one of the skill. Like if you go and like you play piano and you get that skill, you can set their skill level. You can set the level real easy of their career. You can set their you can click through their aspirations to finish them up. You can set the relationships really easy. You can do most of this in MCC Command Center too, but with this you can do it with just right clicking on your mouse and entering in what you want to know. If you like are doing a challenge and you like say they like have clients or something, or like you want to do a hair salon and you don't have the way to make money at that, you can like add the funds just with like a right clicking where the money is, where the simoleons are, and adding and putting that in the ad section and clicking add. So it makes it really easy to use. If your Sim's about to die, things aren't going so well, you can click them up just enough so that they won't die. There's a lot you can do with it. And then obviously I have the more columns. I use the 4 columns. I think there's a 5. I know there's a 3. I like the 4. It's just perfect for the screen. And then obviously I have my cast background, which is supposed to look like the Sims 2 cast background. That's what I'm using right now. If you guys want to know what I normally use, let me know. I'm thinking about doing a video where I take her and put Alpha CC on her just to see what she'd look like. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit the notification bell if you'll be notified when I post more videos. As always, my links are in the description down below. As well as anything pertaining to the video. I will put the link to the site where I found all these. As well as my other YouTube channels, which I haven't loaded on in a while. And what else? That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.